Go. Welcome everyone. This is 11.1 on parabolas. We are going to talk about parabolas. I know that you guys cover parabolas, basic, but this goes a little more in depth. So we are going to be talking about the focus, the directrix, and the focal diameter. So this here, the equation is the general equation of a parabola that's vertical. Okay, a vertical parabola that you guys know. Just wanted to give you guys a sense of what we're going to be doing. Here is the definition of a parabola. A parabola is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point called the focus and a fixed line called the directrix. So there's a picture of it, okay? The axis of symmetry is right here. All right. And just some things, the red is the parabola right there. This distance, class, is the same as this distance, okay? And we're going to label that distance P. All right. Okay. So that's P as well. So the distance between the focus and the directrix is 2P. All right. So the directrix will be essentially perpendicular to the axis of symmetry. And the focus is always going to be inside the parabola, wherever the parabola may be. All right. So if you guys just know that, those basic things, this section will go smoothly. All right. So here is the parabola with the vertical axis. Okay, so it's either facing up or it's facing down. How I remember this right here, a vertical parabola will always be the x value will always be squared, whereas opposed to the y value will always just be to the power of 1. Because you can think every one value of y, there's 2 x values that'll make the parabola vertical. Okay? If there's one value of y that makes 2 x values, that makes the parabola vertical. Okay, so it's x squared equals 4py. Where in this section, your vertex will always be at 0, 0. So then the focus will be, this is the focus, and it's always going to be 0, comma, whatever your p value is. Okay? And if your p value is down here, a negative p value, then it's right there. Okay? And then your directrix, what will be y equals, because your directrix will always be a horizontal line as opposed to a vertical line. So the horizontal line is always going to be y equals, and that'll be negative p. So because that's p, and because this distance is p as well, it's going to be negative p. All right? So the one facing up, your p value is positive. The one facing down, your p value is negative. All right? Questions on this? No? Moving on to a horizontal axis, or one that's facing left or one that's facing right. Okay? Notice that it's y squared. So for every x value, there's 2 y values, making it horizontal, right? Making it like this. If there's one x value, that correlates to two y values, it's going to be facing left or going to be facing right. Okay, and your vertex again is at 0, 0. All right. And this is your p-value again. And this is your p-value again. Where your focus, that point, will be p comma 0. Okay, so it's just a flip version of our vertical. And your directrix is x equals, remember it's a vertical, it's a vertical line. So it's always going to be x equals negative p. If you're facing right, your p value is positive, and it opens up to the right. If your p value is negative, it opens up to the left. All right? And just think number line when you think of those guys. Okay? Questions? No? Okay, so with that as our foundation, we're going to get to some examples. Okay? So in this example here, we're going to match the equation with the graph labeled 1 through 6. Okay? So let's look at the equations first. Okay? Horizontal H, vertical V. Number 5, is that a horizontal or a vertical? Horizontal one. Number 7, vertical. Number 9, horizontal. Number 6, horizontal. Number 8, vertical. Number 10, horizontal. No, vertical, right? Just looking at what's squared, right? Okay. Left, right, up or down. Okay. L, R, U, or D. Left, right, up, down. Number 5, does it open up, down, left, or right? Right. So it's H, R. Number 7. Down. You know what? I'm just going to draw it. Going to open up that way. Going to go open up, down. How about number 9? Left, right, up, or down? Well, if we change this up, right, we're going to add 8x to the both sides, right? And get y squared is equal to 8x, and that is to the right. Okay? Number 6, to the left, to the left. Okay? Number 8, up. Number 10, subtract 12y to both sides. Get x squared equals negative 12y. It's going to go down, right? Because your p-value is negative. Okay? So let's look for number 5. We're looking for a horizontal that opens up to the right. So it's either 3 or it's either 6, right? Correct? Well, between 5 and 9, What is your p-value here?
2.
No. 4p equals 2. Right? So this is for number 5. 4p equals 2. So p equals 1/2. For number 9, 4p equals 8 and p equals 2. Correct? So for number 5, what is it? Hmm? 3. So this one is 3. This one is 6. Okay. The one that's facing up is this one here. The one that's facing to the left, number 5, is 6. And then 7 and 10 are both facing down, and we're left with these two guys here. What is it? What's the difference between 2 and 5? Or 2 and 4? 2 is 7?
2 is 7.
8?
And then 4 is 10.
No, this is 4. Oh, no, you're right. This is 2. This is 4. Because number 4 is a little wider, right? Yeah? Okay. Right. It's a horizontal compress. Or no, it's a vertical compress. Horizontal stretch. Okay. All right. So in this case, an equation of the parabola is given. Find the focus, directrix, focal diameter. The focal diameter class is just the absolute value of 4p. Okay, so that p value is essential. So for number 1, we have x squared equals 8y. Right? Your vertex is 0, 0. Your focus and your directrix. So this is a vertical parabola that faces upwards, right? Yeah. So to get your p-value, you know that 4p equals 8. So p equals 2. So then your focus is going to be 0, 2. Okay? And your directrix is going to be y equals -2. Okay? So let's graph this. Okay, so then if we graph it here, you know your vertex is 0, 0. Focus is 0, 2. And your directrix is going to be at -2. Right? And you also know that it's going to be facing, it's going to go up this way. Right? The reason why now how a parabola works, right, is this distance here. What is this distance in terms of p? 2p. From your focus, if you go 2p distance, which is 4 units here, and 4 units there, right? That is going to be a part of your parabola. So with these 3 points, I can draw out my parabola. Does that make sense? And here's your focus or your focal diameter. Your focal diameter is that distance. Okay? Where your focus is the center of the, I spelled diameter wrong. I spelled diameter wrong here too. Okay? All right? So that's how you're going to draw it. So your focal diameter, FD, is going to equal 8. All right? Questions on this? Y squared equals -24x is our next one. So I'm going to add a page so we can work on this. I need to get my vertex, my focus, my directrix, and my focal diameter. Okay. So here I know my vertex is 0, 0. My p-value is going to be 4p equals -24. So p is -6. So my focus, -6, 0. My directrix, x equals +6. Right? My focal diameter is 24. Okay, because it's always going to be the absolute value of that. So when I graph it, actually I'm going to move this line over to the left. Okay. So here my vertex is 0, 0. So my vertex is 0, 0. My focus, I'm going to make every unit 2 units. So that's -2. That's my focus here. My directrix is x equals 6 right here. Okay. And then from my focus, in order to draw my parabola, I'm going to go 24 units up and 24 units down, which is represented by 12 units, right? And it's going to go off the page fast. So I'm just going to draw this one correctly. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. To be there, and then the other one, you guys understand the picture. Okay. Yeah, if I had to redo this, which I'm not, I would make every unit like maybe 4 or 3. Okay, just to condense the graph a little bit. All right. Any questions on these two? No? Or you know what? I can make my y-axis a little bit smaller than my, or yeah, smaller than my x-axis. So I want to make everything 6. Okay. So I can fit it. So it'll be here and it will be here. So then my parabola then would fit in the graph that I provided. Just look something like that. Right? Okay. All right. Find an equation for the parabola that has the vertex at the origin. So here my vertex is 0, 0 and satisfies the given condition of the focus being at 0, 6. Okay. So what's my p-value if my focus is at 0, 6? 6, right? Is it facing upward, downward, left, or right? Remember, my parabola always eats my focus. So it's going up. What do I know about it going up? It's going to be x squared equals 4py, right? So that's just x squared equals 4 times 6 times y, which is x squared equals 24y. That's it. Cool? Make sense? Yeah. All right. So that's that. And then we have another one here. So my vertex again is at 0, 0. Focus is -8, 0. So what's my p-value? -8. Is it facing up, down, left, right? To the left. So with a left or a right one, I know it's going to be y squared equals 4px. So this is y squared equals 4 times -8 times x, which is y squared equals -32x. Okay. Cool. All right. Going to my next one. Ooh, I got the Directrix. My vertex is still the same at 0, 0. Directrix is x is equal to -4. So what's my p-value? +4, right? Because the directrix will always be y or x equals -p. Okay? So if my directrix is x equals, is that a vertical line or a horizontal line? Vertical. Vertical. Okay? It's a vertical line at -4. So is it a horizontal parabola or a vertical parabola? Horizontal. So look, if my directrix is a vertical line, x equals -4, right? Yeah? Then I know it's going to either look like this or it's going to look like this, right? Just makeshift, right? Yeah, so it's going to be a horizontal one. And I know in a horizontal parabola, my function is going to be y squared equals 4px. So it's going to be y squared equals 4 times x, which is y squared equals 16x. Okay? Questions? No? Oh, look at this one. Same thing. Yeah. Your vertex is still at 0, 0. Focus is on the positive x-axis. 2 units away from the directrix. What's my p-value? Let's draw it out. Okay, let's draw this out. If this is my x-axis or my y-axis, and this is my x-axis, right? My vertex is at 0, 0. Focus is on the positive x-axis, right? So my positive x-axis is here. It's going to be somewhere around here, right? 2 units away from the directrix. So since I know that the purple dot is my vertex, right? This is my p-value. So 2 units away, that's going to be my directrix, right? So what's my p-value? 1. 1. Because they tell us that the distance from my focus to my directrix is 2, right? And you know that the distance from the focus to the directrix is actually 2p, because you have a p from the focus to the vertex, and you have a p from vertex to the directrix, right? So it's 2p. Okay, so your p-value is 1. Your vertex is at 0, 0. And it's a horizontal one. So it's y squared equals 4px. So it's just y squared equals 4x. Questions on this? No? That's the basics of what a parabola is. Next time we go over parabolas, we're gonna move the vertex. That's it. Okay. All right. So that's the lesson for today. Thank you very much.